The Pixel Watch 4 might finally be learning from its mistakes, and that's a big deal. For the first time, it looks like Google is actually fixing some of the most frustrating issues users have had since the first-gen model. Think better battery life, a brighter screen, and, finally, a design that doesn't fall apart when you sneeze at it. But here's the thing, if that's all Google changes this year, we've got a problem. Let's start with what's actually improved. Because to be fair, there are some solid upgrades. Repairability is the standout here. For the first time, you won't need to replace the entire watch just because you crack the glass. That dome design looks sleek, sure, but it's fragile. Anyone who's owned a Pixel Watch knows just how easy it is to chip or shatter that screen. Now, Google's apparently making it possible to replace just the glass, which is a genuinely user-friendly move. Battery life is another area where the Pixel Watch 4 shows promise. The smaller 41mm model is getting a 327 mAh battery, and the larger 45mm version gets a jump to 459 mAh. Those aren't earth-shattering numbers, but paired with better software optimization and a brighter, more efficient display, it could translate into a day and a half of real-world use. That's a big step up from the frustrating charge me twice-a-day routine that previous models demanded. And speaking of charging, the Pixel Watch 4 is switching to a side-mounted charging system. This may not sound like a huge deal, but it opens up a cool bonus feature, using the watch as a bedside clock while it charges. Plus, it charges 25% faster than before, which is a win for anyone who forgets to top up before heading out. The display itself is also getting an upgrade. It's reportedly going to be much brighter this time around. That means better visibility outdoors, especially in sunlight, which has been a weak spot in previous versions. If you've ever tried to glance at your wrist on a sunny day and ended up just staring at a black mirror, this is good news. So yes, we're getting a watch that's easier to fix, lasts longer on a charge, and is easier to see in daylight. These are all things Google should have gotten right from the start, and they're finally doing it. That's worth acknowledging. But here's where the excitement starts to fade. Is that really enough? Because let's be honest, these changes sound more like catching up than leaping ahead. Apple, Samsung, even Fitbit in some ways, already offer smart watches that nail these basics. So if the Pixel Watch 4's biggest selling point is now it doesn't break as easily and the battery isn't terrible, that's not really a compelling reason to switch. The design hasn't meaningfully changed. It's still the same round, minimal look, which, depending on your taste, is either sleek or just bland. There's no word yet on major software improvements, new health sensors, or smarter Google Assistant integration. No sign of advanced fitness tracking or features that would appeal to more serious athletes. And still no truly standout feature that sets it apart from the competition. That's the real issue. The Pixel Watch 4 seems to be playing defense. It's addressing the flaws of previous generations, and yes, that's necessary. But fixing past mistakes doesn't automatically make a product exciting. It just brings it up to the level it probably should have been at in the first place. Of course, there's still time. These are early leaks and rumors, and Google may have a surprise or two left for the official launch. But based on what we know so far, the Pixel Watch 4 feels like a safe upgrade, not a bold one. And when you're trying to convince people to choose your smartwatch over a well-established Apple Watch or Galaxy Watch, playing it safe might not be enough. So if you're already in the Pixel ecosystem and you've been holding off on buying a smartwatch, this could be the version that finally makes sense. But if you are hoping for Google to shake up the category and offer something truly different, this probably isn't it. Still, credit where it's due: better repairability, improved battery, faster charging, and a brighter display. These are meaningful steps in the right direction. Now it's up to Google to show us if this is just a polished version of the same idea, or if they've got something bigger planned. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.